or pick him up. So we'll I'm sure we'll see good things. I like Lion personally. I think he's a fun hero to play. You get a lot of gets a little bit of mobility on him. You can do a lot of work. He's excellent at initiation. Can burst down. Even some very tanky heroes certainly help with that finger. Your spike mana drain, good against a couple of different heroes. Wraith King and Medusa come to mind.
10 seconds to go.
So and then illusion-based heroes as well. Instantly being able to destroy 2 of them on a very short cooldown with the mana drain, or the hex if need be. So it gives you a couple of different options here. We'll see what Zero Latitude want to open with first. Ion was banned last time as well, let through. We're going to see a Phoenix come out first pick. And so we'll see if Zero Latitude, they want to get anything like that. I imagine that'll probably be the offlane Phoenix. Usually where you see, that's usually the place you see the bird. But nonetheless, in a moment here, sure we'll see their second pick. Maybe, like I said before, they can still go with the IO if they want to do relocates, but instead they're going to go for the Axe. Okay, so maybe get some Blink Axe Call action into the Phoenix Egg kind of thing. Get him running around there, calling people as well as Phoenix melting their faces. So all in all, decent stuff. Maybe we'll see Burster's Batrider. Again, he's in the pool still, so maybe a little bit more burst damage. And I think that's what Zero Latitude were lacking, is they didn't have that Lion Finger, the Lina ulti, or a Juggernaut Omni Slash. They didn't have something to just shred them. But nope, they're gonna go back for the Gyrocopter. Surprised he wasn't banned out. I believe he was picked up first overall last time as well. So Burster's definitely giving him some priority there. And you know, I don't think Gyro's that good up against Phoenix. He attacks fairly slowly, even just base, before you get any of the fire spirits on him or anything like that. He doesn't attack the fastest. And then you go ahead and you get like
reserve time.
You get the egg going down and stuff like that. Like if there's any sort of a fire spirit on him, even a low level one, it's going to be a lot of a long time before they're able to bring down the egg. And then Lion, he doesn't attack the fastest either, so they've already got some problems there. Especially if Axe goes in and gets them called for half the duration, gets to 1 or 2 heroes called for half the duration. But either way, Vengeful Spirit's going to get banned out. Maybe Bursters are thinking about the Batrider ban. But nonetheless, Earthshaker also going to get taken out again. And he was very effective from, I want to say Revenge was the one playing him last game, and it was pretty impressive. Lots of good force down plays into fissures, and a couple good echoes. One whiffed one that I can remember off the bat, but it's okay, buddy. You missed all the balls you didn't take a swing at.
5 seconds.
And Leshrack's gonna get banned out, so they don't want to deal with it. They figure that maybe this lineup's a little bit better. So they've got a little bit more to go through BKB, a little bit more damage, some more control. So that's something they want to risk.
Radiant's pick.
And Lena's not gonna make it to the make it into the game. She's banned out again. This time though, at the final ban of the second stage. And it's kind of curious for me, I guess, maybe these Chinese teams really, I shouldn't say Chinese, these Asian teams, I don't know for sure if they're Chinese or from the SEA region or whereabouts they are, but I know it's a long way away from me. I'm sitting at about 300 ping, but that's alright. I'm just moving the camera. I don't need to control any heroes. So we'll see if what they want to follow it up with. So they've got the Axe, the Phoenix. They can go maybe for the Dazzle if they want to. They know the Boosters probably aren't going to pick it up, so they can save that for a final pick if they want to get that maybe an aggressive lane going off here. The only question is, what is the position is this Phoenix going to be in? Because Phoenix needs levels. You need to get that level 16 as quick as you can. The faster you can get it, the better. After that, you just fall off so hard. Your egg gets taken down so quickly. But we'll see if they're going to be running the Phoenix in the offlane or the Axe in the offlane. Or maybe Phoenix mid. They're going to go for the Witch Doctor. Okay, so they got the Coconut to fly through the when the Phoenix ulti is going as well. They've got the Maledict and obviously the Death Ward for a lot of extra damage on top of them. And I think that'll be pretty good. They've got some physical damage to go through the Gyrocopter once he gets to BKB as well. So I think they're doing all right. There's not a whole lot that's going to cancel the Witch Doctor instantly. If the Lion's at all disabled, right now they've got the Gyrocopter missile, which is going to take a little bit to get there, and he's got a target on him. So I imagine Burster's going to look for some AoE control, maybe pick up something like a Magnus or a Tide Hunter. I'm not sure if those heroes are popular in the Asian scene, but they certainly come to mind. Silencer we saw in the last game, he was picked up. Wasn't used that effectively, unfortunately. He wasn't able to get a whole lot of items or do a whole lot of work. But they're going to go for the Night Stalker, actually. So the mini stun on the Void as well as the Crippling Fear coming out. So now there's a couple of different options here to cancel the Witch Doctor's ulti, and that's also very good. If they take any fights at night, which with the Night Stalker most of the time you are fighting at night, you'll have that bonus attack speed as well to help deal with the Phoenix Egg. Get a couple of extra attacks in there. I like the pick overall, and we'll see the true test. Does he have the Immortal for Night Stalker? If he doesn't, it's basically GG. Ooh, kicking my own desk. Jesus. But nonetheless, moving forward, Zero Latitude. What are you guys going to counter the Night Stalker with? They need someone to grant some vision, see when they're coming. Maybe a Zeus is an option here. That means that either the Phoenix or the Axe is going to be a secondary support if they pick up the Zeus now, which would be rather unfortunate. Just not too sure about it. They need some more traditional carries, in my opinion. I think this is like maybe Phoenix mid-Axe in the off lane, but then where do you put the Zeus? Like, they're gonna go for the Shadow Fiend in the mid. That'll probably be Deja Vu's Knight, and if it's anything like his Invoker play, it'll be very strong off to a good start. Hopefully he can carry the game a little bit better. The physical damage certainly is going to help, as well as the damage reduction coming out on them. And it's somebody who can burst down the Gyrocopter, the Night Stalker, and obviously the Lion. We'll see here in a moment if they want to go ahead and ban out pick up an AoE team fighting hero that I was thinking of. And I say that I realize that is an incredibly vague statement, but I mean, I feel like they just want to pair something with the call down. They're gonna go ahead and pick up Storm, not necessarily the hero I was thinking of, but Flashy Mid does okay up against the Shadow Fiend, can kill him fairly early, or if he gets an Orchid, can do a lot of work on him as well. And also pretty good up against the Phoenix. You can zip onto him, get the Orchid off before he can get off either his Spirits or his Egg, the Icarus Dive, anything like that. A couple of options for canceling Witch Doctor's ulti, can zip away from the Axe.
Reserve time. So
we'll see if they what they want to go for here. I still think banning out a big team fight hero might not be a bad choice. Also, I think it's going to be a support Night Stalker. I think it's going to be a support Night Stalker Lion. Look to get like 2-2-1 or 2-1-1 on the Night Stalker by the first nighttime, and then just roam with Crippling Fear and Avoid. I'm actually going to ban out the Crystal Maiden. I don't think that was going to be the choice. I think Boosters are going to pick up an offlaner of some sort. They might go for the Clockwork again. It worked out very well for him last time. There's, again, still the Centaur, the Bristleback, Tide Hunter, Magnus if you want to, Bat Rider, I guess. But they've got some options. I think maybe the Centaur with like an Ag Stampede would be really good with the Storm Spirit. Give him some follow-up, give him a little bit of protection right off the bat when a lot of the burst damage is going to be coming out. Different things like that. They can Stampede out of the Phoenix ulti, the Witch Doctor cask, not like out of it, but away from it per se, and just protect them from a lot of the damage. So I really like the Centaur here, but oh, you know what? Centaur, they might not be allowing Centaur right now, depending on how that bug is going with the zombies and stuff. There's some weird shit going on with Centaur. Anti-Mage is going to be the final ban, though. I guess so. I don't know. They had a lot of silence. I think they could have dealt with it all right between the Night Stalker and the Storm Spirit. But either way, the final pick coming out here, I still think it's going to be some big safe lane for armor. I don't know. It's just the lineup is. I'm just not sure what they're going to do with the Phoenix. I don't think support Phoenix is that great, and I don't think that support Axe is really worth much at all. But they're going to go with the Drow, the final pick Drow. They've got a lot of range heroes already. Obviously the Phoenix, he doesn't auto-attack too much, but the Witch Doctor does do some damage. But the big thing is the Shadow Fiend there. So they've got the Drow Aura and the Shadow Fiend to work up against any sort of BKBs and do a lot of physical damage with the minus armor coming out. Bursters, I still think, I think Centaur is even better now. Gives them an ability to get everybody up on to the Storm Spirit. Or sorry, up with the Storm Spirit onto the Drow. They've got 12 seconds left to decide. We'll see what it is coming out here any second, and as I said, I've made my case. We'll see what they decide.
5 seconds.
Zeus.
They're gonna go with the last pick, Zeus. So offlane Zeus, support Zeus, offlane Night Stalker. Kind of curious here as to how they're gonna want to run this one. But nonetheless, we'll know here in just a moment, and I hopefully won't miss the team introductions again. I hope I don't crash when everybody loads into the game. That was rather unfortunate and a little bit frustrating last time. So hopefully the servers and the game don't boot me out once again. Would be very kind of you, Gaben, please. And it looks like we're gonna be good. As I've got to turn off my HUD again.
Better get ready.
And there we go. So now I can actually do a proper introduction. And so we've got on ZL, we've got Patali playing the Drow Ranger. Avil is playing the Axe. Shu is going to be playing the Witch Doctor. Deja Vu Knight is going to be playing the Shadow Fiend. And Ben Klung is going to be playing the Phoenix. On the Dire side, we've got Ayun is playing the Night Stalker, Revenge playing the Lion, Lun is going to be playing the Storm Spirit, and Ian is going to be playing the Gyrocopter, who, speaking of which, he's going to be in a rough situation. They get all the slows. They're going to just slow this guy to death, unfortunately. And First Blood going the way of the Axe. They get a 2-man Impale to follow it up. They've got some more slows coming out. There's the Drow Ranger catching up there with one auto attack. And you get another Battle Hunger off. Do they want to pursue for this? Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. They might be able to get in range for the Night Stalker. When's the next Icarus dive? Doesn't look like it's going to be for a little bit here, and they're just going to secure themselves the top room. Zeus is going to get himself the bottom one, so at least he's going to start decently far ahead in the bottom lane. So he'll be able to get some... Oh, what's he doing here? Dude, he's saving it for the Storm Spirit. What a guy. That would never happen in a pub.
Stupendous.
So, either way, First Blood already going the way of the Axe. It's going to help him out quite a bit in lane. He's got 320 gold towards his Tranquil Boots, and actually going to run dual lane Axe Phoenix and then Witch Doctor Drow bottom. So a little bit curious here. We'll see what they want to do, and I think the Zeus might have a tough time. His auto attack range is very short. The Drow range is almost double his. So we'll see if how he's able to fare. The Witch Doctor is actually going to head to the mid lane and try and help out this Shadow Fiend for the first little bit. Get him a couple souls. He actually started with Necromastery level 1. And he's up to 2 souls already. Okay, so he's not doing too bad. Witch Doctor's going to be able to get a stack off as well. Good stuff coming out so far. Right now, the Storm Spirit is leading the chart, 5-2. Gyrocopter is farming at the top lane, 3-1. Drow bottom, Shadow Fiend mid, both at 3. Well, 4 now, but as they're moving through, they're going to get some Battle Hunger Harass coming out from the Axe. Probably didn't want to start with it, but at least it got him First Blood, so I guess that's okay. But he won't have counter helix here for a little bit, especially not with the creeps staying alive as long as they are. Zeus is actually in a terrible position here. Not sure what he's planning on doing here, but he's got a couple of tangos. He's going to try and tango through. They're going to be able to find him, and he's out of mana, just going to get killed by the Drow. I don't even know how they got around on him like that. He must have gone over there to place the ward. Like that, to place the ward, and then Drow Ranger just looped through and got caught off by the Witch Doctor. And that was just all sorts of unfortunate. Up in the top lane, a little bit of a scuffle going on. Axe is going to pull the creeps through. Not going to be able to get them all the way out to the wave, though, unfortunately. And Lion's going to pull them back. Mid lane, Shadow Fiend is doing quite well up against Storm Spirit. 9-4 to Storm Spirit's 7-4. So he's doing fairly well. He's got 14 souls. He's got almost this first tier maxed out. And looks like he's got a bit of a bug. I imagine, hopefully it's not the item bug, but either way, poor guy. Hopefully he'll be able to reconnect soon. Hopefully it doesn't take a full restart. But he's already back in the game, it looks like. This Drow Ranger's aura is going to be helping out quite a bit as well, giving him 6 extra damage to start off with, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but on a Shadow Fiend it really matters, starting with such a low amount of armor. On the top, it's going to be the Night Stalker,
All right,
thinking about coming in, but going to decide not to. And we'll see Shadow Fiend's going to be back to farming up a storm. I'm funny. But nonetheless, Axe now finally able to start clearing the creeps fairly quickly and get some gold and experience going his way. Phoenix, again, I don't know. I think it's going to be a little bit interesting. Void's actually going to come out. Gyrocopter, he's got a Rocket Barrage. Earthspike's not going to land. Unfortunately, not going to get in range for a Hex. A little bit of a missed opportunity there. I think that was a kill they probably could have got if the Hex Earthspike had landed. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit behind the line without boots, not able to keep up with the Gyrocopter and the Night Stalker. I believe Night Stalker's got boots. Yes, he does. Back to the mid lane though, Shadow Fiend's still doing very well in this matchup, and I'm not too surprised. He's got level 2 in his raise now. Pretty soon he'll be able to clear up all the creeps very quickly. He's actually got max souls at this point. Gonna trade blows with the Storm Spirit. Doing a good job there, staying just outside tower range. Winning that harass battle quite heavily. He's got a stack here as well. Witch Doctor hasn't gone to make any more, but maybe the Axe will clear those up, or Phoenix. Both of them can do it. Phoenix actually with the Fire Spirit's not terrible. You can also Icarus dive through if you really need to. Power Ranger is doing quite well in the bottom lane. He's going to be very happy with the free farm she's getting. This poor Zeus cannot come up to lane at all. He's only level 3. You're just going to get slowed up and brought down by the now. Where's he going to put the point? Come on, guy. Don't be like that. Okay, he's going to go for Gust. So now, can silence up the Storm Spirit if he needs to, as well as the Zeus prevent the spells from being cast. Shadow Fiend's got level 3 rage, gonna head bottom for a regen rune. He's actually gonna be really happy with that. Maybe looks to go into the jungle. Oh, he's got a decent sized stack here. Witch Doctor's got a double as well. So 2 double stacks ready to go. Axe, maybe can clear them out. I don't know, that's a little risky for an Axe. Probably not something you want to deal with too much here. But we're gonna see the Shadow Fiend clean them up with that regen rune ready to go. Get a couple of raises off nice and quick. And gonna bring down the last Wildkin. Axe actually gonna rotate into the ogres, start cleaning those up, and he's gonna give the offlane to the Phoenix here. The slow Phoenix get those levels that he needs as well.
Could use
what do we got? We got a Night Stalker sitting behind the rune, sitting behind the towers here. He's gonna probably look for the courier, but it's flying out middle. He's got level 3. He's got that 1 point in the Hunter in the Night and 2 points in Void. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Shadow Fiend, he's just cleaning up still. He's going to be able to get one more raise off before he pops that regen rune, so we'll see what he wants to do. And he's going to continue to farm away. Got level 6, 21 damage now. Jeez, Drow Ranger. It was 6 a mere moments ago, now he's giving everybody 21 damage. On the team except for the Axe. Like, that's absolutely absurd. But speaking of absurd, Night Stalker, he's going to be rotating through Void. He's going to come out. The Zeus is rotating through as well. Coconut's going to go, but it's not going to bounce through. Silence comes out onto the Zeus. Earthspike does connect on both of them, unfortunately. Call comes out from the Axe. He's going to lose the Night Stalker at the same time. Night Stalker goes down first, but they do get 2 for it. Now they're going to be able to chase on the line. He's going to try and TP out. They're not going to be able to see him. Coconut wouldn't have been off cooldown anyway, but Drow Ranger might have been able to bring him down. It was quite squishy. Now Storm Spirit, he's got ball lightning, so they won't be able to burst him very quickly unless they get him with a gust or call into the gust. Or some godly coconut bounces. But either way, Shadow Fiend is doing a very nice job right now in the mid lane. He's sitting at the top of the CS charts. He's got 45 and 11 at 6 minutes, which is very impressive. Drow Ranger, she's doing a little bit, not quite as good, but she's got 3 kills to her name. She's got a Morbid Mask ready, so she can go ahead and farm up in the jungle as needed. How's this Gyro doing? Is he getting, what kind of farm is he getting? He's got his phase boots and embracer. No Aquila early on this guy this time, so maybe I'll think for something a little bit different. Somebody's got boots coming out. Oh, this is the storms. How's this Phoenix doing? He's level 5. He's got his 3 points up in Fire Spirit, so if he wants to go for a play, he can. In a moment here, he'll have enough to go onto the gyrocopter. If he can land 1 or 2 sets of fire spirits and then pop an egg very, very late. He's actually gonna pop. There's 1 set of fire spirits. Oh. Unfortunately, the Shadow Fiend, he's going to get ganked up. Stormstreet looks like he zips onto him, but he's now out of mana. Axe, he's not level 6, doesn't have a call, needs a couple more auto attacks coming out. He's actually going to get the long range swing from Axe. Now they're going to look for the Lion. He's going to try and throw an Earth Spike. Witch Doctor's there with the Healing Ward and a couple of auto attacks. He's doing a fair bit of extra damage from the Drow Ranger. This Lion's juking with the best of them, though. They've got a magic wand, but not enough for a Coconut. Zeus is coming in. He's got Thundergod's Wrath. He's going to throw it out. It's not enough to bring them down. That little bit of heal he had left coming from the Voodoo Restoration is enough. Shadow Fiend, though, losing those souls that he's worked so hard to have. They need to get a stack up really quick, but see, hopefully he can catch up pretty quickly. He's going to be able to raise down a couple of the waves, but still got to be very careful. I'm sure being a nice guy and bottling up the Lion a little bit there. Now maybe they're going to look to go on the Shadow Fiend again. What level of pull is it? Actually, no levels in pull, so just the zip forward, the static remnant. This is the farming build coming out from the Storm Spirit. He just wants to hit creeps right now, and I imagine he's going to go for an early Orchid. I don't see why he wouldn't. Either way, Shadow Fiend, he's almost got his Yule Scepter. He's going to be very close to that shortly here. See if he, is he going to let the creeps? He is, okay. He wants the souls. Value though. Oh gosh, and I missed another kill unfortunately. Storm Spirit and Gyrocopter teaming up to get another one. Witch Doctor's Cask though doing a lot of work there. Storm Spirit unfortunately unable to zip forward. Now the Shadow Fiend's going to come through onto the Lion. I think he's may have made a mistake here. Witch Doctor's going to get the kill with that final right click going his way. The Shadow Fiend unable to fill up his soul bank. I stuck on the backside. He's kind of in an awkward position here. He's got an urn. Level 4 though. Not sure. Oh, they ping him out. They've got vision of him. I'm not sure where they saw him from, but it's not looking great for him. They should be able to slow him down here with an Icarus Dive if they really need to. Yeah, and he's not going to be able to TBR to this Axe, doing a smart thing and saving his call. Not sure what the courier was doing there, but either way, works out in the end. Drow Ranger still farming quite well. Mask of Bandits now acquired, so not getting that movement speed, still gets the immense amount of attack speed coming out, and we'll see if she's able to position herself in such a way. Oh, top! Oh, the egg comes off just in time. Gyrocopter might be going down. Oh, he's gonna live 16 health. Zeus ulti gets off. Unfortunately, Phoenix, does he want to pursue? He doesn't. Gyrocopter, he's gonna be able to make it out of there if only just. That was so close. Fiend in the mid lane now caught up on the souls finally. He's got his Yules coming out as well. Maybe they're going to look to make a play on the Storm Spirit. They've got to time it just perfectly though. Otherwise, Storm Spirit will be able to get away. Top lane, they're going to look for the Phoenix. They know he doesn't have his egg. They're going to be able to burst him down. They should be able to. One more swipe from the Night Stalker. Not sure why they didn't go for the dive there. Sure, he had a Hex, but you were dead either way. You might as well try. Anyway, it looks like ZL, they're giving up a bit of a lead again. Similar to how the last game went. They've got, I think, better carries going into the late game than they did last time. Oh, Drow's actually going to spot the Storms. Storm's going to spot the Drow, actually. Can he get a Gust off? No, he can't. He turns for it. He turns again. Unfortunately, not able to. With the Mask Command is on, he gets bursted down very quickly. That max overload doing a significant amount of damage, as well as a Remnant there for Drow Ranger. That was just so quick. With God, that TP took forever. Very, very quick kill with the Mask of Madison. And that's the problem with it now. He doesn't give you that movement speed to get in and out like it once did. But now it just gives you all that damage and attack speed. Like incoming damage and the attack speed as a trade-off. So we'll see if it's gonna be enough. We'll see if it's enough. Maybe she can make a play out of it, or maybe she needs to go a mobility item like a blink tag or something like that. Might have had enough time to blink out of there, but it would have been very close. Up on the top lane, Drow Ranger's now farming away up here. She's going to be looking for that Yasha, it looks like. And doing a good job clearing out the creeps so far. Storm Spirit and Lion, they're smoked out. They're going to be looking for another pick off here. They're going to be able to wrap around here. They're going to find the Witch Doctor first. Maybe they wait for the Shadow Fiend. I'll have to see. Do they have anyone coming up from the top side? No, they don't. Storm Spirit's there. He's going to zip forward, gets a pull off onto him. The two-man Impale comes out. The Zeus healthy as well. They're going to be able to get two here in the mid lane. Shadow Fiend is going to go down. That said, the Coconut and the Death Ward is going to turn it around. show with the plays, getting off the cask and chain stunning the Storm Spirit and the Lion. Well, it's unfortunate they lost their Shadow Fiend. I think that was worth it considering who all got experience in gold for that. I think that was probably alright. Obviously, it's not ideal ever losing your Shadow Fiend, but a 2-for-1 trade like that I think is not too bad. Gyrocopter's actually going to be going onto the Drow. Call down was pop. Ask him how to able to get him out of there though. You know, they can look to head in behind him. He's bottled up to full health, but they've got the Phoenix in the area. The Supernova is online if they choose to go for it. Zeus ulti's down, so they know they don't have that. Also, we'll see if they how aggressive they want to get. I don't think that they know that the Phoenix is up here yet. They just know that he's missing. Same with the Witch Doctor. So we'll see if the Gyrocopter pokes his nose out or if they're just going to let the tower fall. Because Drow will take down this tower very quickly with the amount of damage she does. They're going to pop the Glyph. Oh, bottom lane, it's actually the Shadow Fiend who's in a lot of trouble. He's going to pop out a raise. He needs another one. He's going to get a return kill. Is he going to be able to get away from the Night Stalker as well? No, he's not. He's going to tick down to the urn. Night Stalker is going to be able to make it out of there. Up on the top lane though, they're going to dive forward. The Gust comes out right as the Gyrocopter wanted to get off. I imagine would have been the call down. Unfortunately, he goes down beforehand, and is the stun going to land? It does! The Coconut hits him, but they get down the Drow Ranger instead. The Phoenix is going to have to dive away. Oh no, he loops back in. He's got a lot of point. He's got his Spirit up. He's got his wand as well. Is he going to be able to turn around and get another kill? I don't think he is. He might be able to make it out. Nope. Not that lucky, unfortunately, and they end up losing 4 across the map. Good rotations coming in. They did lose their Gyrocopter, but at the same time, they got everybody but the Axe, so definitely in favor of ZL. And this is what I was talking about before. They were off to a great start, but they just couldn't seem to hold on to it. BursterO is doing a good job of maintaining composure when they're down a little bit and coming back in the early mid-game. We'll see if Axe can make something happen. He's got his Blink Dagger now. He's going to be farming up, or making another stack here, probably for the Shadow Fiend, honestly. Let him raise that down. We'll get another Sage respawn. So the more little creeps, the better, but Shadow Fiend needs to get his souls back up and running before they can really look to fight much more. He needs to be able to get off a good Requiem. I think he probably has to go for an early BKB just because there's a lot of control coming out. He's not able to get it off in a lot of these fights, but we'll see. Thinking about diving for the Night Stalker, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I'm sure everybody on the Dire has TP scroll. Yeah, everybody but the Zeus, who arguably doesn't necessarily always need one to help out. Oh, mid lane, they actually get a blink call onto the Gyrocopter and they're able to bring him down, but it's the Axe who's going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get brought down by a Remnant. Storm Spirit, he's got enough mana for another zip if he wants to. They've probably got a fairly good idea of where the Witch Doctor is. Storm Spirit's going to zip forward, doesn't quite land on top of him, but he gets the silence from the Night Stalker and then a couple of overload charges. Double kill going his way. And now, gonna head out in the mid lane. Vitali doing alright for himself.
Radiant's mid towers.
He's got his Yasha recipe, and now he's got the Blade of Alacrity, so he will have that coming out. Give him a little bit more movement speed. They do claim the top tower, and so we'll see where they want to push next. If they do, or if they want to sit back, maybe farm. They've taken the mid tier 1 and the top tier 1, so they're up ahead in towers now. We'll see if they want to defend their bottom one. Lion gets a very nice aggressive ward here behind the tower. Actually going to go for the Hex on the Axe. Gets another ward down as well. They might not have noticed with how quickly he placed it during the stun. Axe is going to back offline. Has Finger up and running too if they want to burst somebody down. Shadow Fiend picks up an Ogre Club, so he's a little bit tankier now. They're all going to be spotted out. They probably have a good idea where the Axe is as well. They're just going to back off. Witch Doctor, is that him? Drops the sentry. Nicely done. He finds the one ward. Is he going to be able to spot out figure out the second one yet, though? Looks like the Dire is actually going to just look to back off. Zeus is turning around to help with the Lion. Not sure if that's the right choice, but he's actually going to get caught out as well. The Zeus ulti comes off, but it's not enough. Night Stalker's off to the side here. Not sure they know he's there. He's going to start to TP out, and I think this is going to be the bottom tower. So, oh man, that Drow had a DD that fight as well. Which explains why they went down so quick. they're gonna look. The call doesn't actually land. A little bit early coming out from the axe. Zip forward from the gyro or from the thrust spirit, sorry. But he's taking a lot of damage from this gyro ranger. They need a little bit more. They're not able to get it off before the silence wears off. Now she's gonna look to turn around onto the Night Stalker. One more auto attack should be enough, and they end up bringing her down anyway. Supernova coming out as well, but it's just enough to finish off. There's the gyro ranger getting a killing spree off the back of that fight, and maybe looking to push. Are they gonna back off? Looks like they are. Without their Shadow Fiend, they don't really feel comfortable taking a fight. They can head into Roshan though whenever they wish, and certainly look to do something. Oh, maybe they're gonna re-engage Lion. Gonna go for the stun. He gets the Hex off. Keeps coming in from the Strong Spirit. He gets the Hex off now. Strong Spirit's gonna zip very deep in. He's actually gonna get silenced up. Call comes up from the axe. Now he's taking a lot of damage. Finger comes out onto the Drow Ranger. She's gonna get healed up by an Urn as well as the Witch Doctor. Trying to get in range of the Sunray, but it doesn't seem like it's actually gonna matter a whole lot. They're gonna turn around and get another set of kills going their way. Dominating spree coming out in favor of the Drow Ranger, and well, they're grouping up, and their 5-man is actually very strong right now. And not sure why BursterO are grouping up like coming in one at a time like this. Blink call from the axe. He's actually going to drag the Night Stalker backward a little bit further. Sunray's going to go through. He's going to start healing him up a little bit as well. There's a negative urn on him, but positive urn is cancelled by the negative. Either way,
Dire's mid tower
should be able to make it out just fine. JoinDOTA is going to come out, but not sure if it's going to be a... Oh, wow. Just helping with the Shadow Fiend kill, I guess. Getting him that assist. Bloodstone is up on the Storm Spirit. He's got 9 charges now with that 1 kill coming out for him. So we'll see if he wants to progress into the Orchid or if he's just going to look to snowball off this. Maybe get a Shiva's Guard or some other items. I was going to say, I wonder about Octarine Core on Storm Spirit. Is that something that would be worth it? I know it wouldn't help with Ball Lightning, but Electric Vortex and Static Remnant. Static Remnant, you'd have one every like 2.4 seconds, which, I mean, why not? And then Electric Vortex, it would cut it down by 6 seconds. So it's like you'd be able to get a lot more out of it. It gives you a lot of mana, like straight mana pool. Decent amount of regen and intelligence as well. I'm just curious if that's something they would go for, as well as giving you the ability to heal off the damage you do. So, we'll see. I'm not sure if it's going to be completely worth it. I'll probably just go for the standard Orchid build, but nonetheless, we'll see. Shadow Fiend is going to try and catch up on souls again. This poor guy, he gets up there and he gets chopped right back down again. Shortshirt's going to be sitting around in the Radiant jungle. He's going to zip forward. Actually, Axe Blinks and calls past him. He's going to get Orchided or silenced up by the Night Stalker, and he's brought down. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get him. Gus comes out, the Death Ward as well. He's going to Bloodstone deny. Probably a good call. Night Stalker gets the Void kill on the Axe. Now they're looking to turn around. They get 2. One was a deny, but hey, at least they brought him down. Maybe now they look to take Roshan off of this. Shortshirt's going to be up in 10 seconds though. Night Stalker's down for a little bit. They know where the Gyro's at. We've got a pretty good lineup for it. A couple points in Presence of the Dark Lord now for the minus armor, and then Drow Ranger obviously hitting very hard. She's got her own lifesteal.
Radiant's gone.
Should be okay. The Frost Arrows do good work as well, slowing him down.
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
He's gonna fly, probably just trying to scale people out. Phoenix not gonna be able to get there in time to deny the top tower. I'm not sure if they had the fort up or not, unfortunately. Drakopter's actually opted not to get a pointed missile at all right now, so he's probably gonna leave it unleveled, which is a little curious. I feel like you're missing out on a lot of the potential of the hero if you don't get any points in missile. I mean, I can understand wanting the stats early, especially when when they're fighting this much. So it's not all bad, I guess, but it's just a little bit curious. Oh, Shortshirt's gonna zip onto the Drow, and well, I think that's gonna be all the Drow wrote. Unfortunately, unable to get off. Oh, the call! Actually gonna save her. She gets off 1 Frost Arrow off. Now she pops her Mask of Mana. It's gonna look to zip away. Shortshirt able to make it out of there. He's out of mana. Not able to find him. An axe with a save though. No Zeus ulti for 40 seconds. Gonna be able to keep her alive as well. Now she's going to just be able to lifesteal up with the Witch Doctor, keeping her alive with the Voodoo Restoration, and the lifesteal from Mask of Madness. Up in the top lane though, they're looking to get aggressive. Phoenix tries to take her dive away. Unfortunately, he gets fingered down before he can get his Ag off. Now it's going to be the Shadow Fiend's turn. He's going to get hit avoided by the Night Stalker Zeus, not able to get in range. Lion, same, no, nothing on cooldown. Zeus might have been able to drop a lightning bolt a little bit further away. Hope for the stretch Armstrong lightning bolt, but nonetheless, it doesn't come out. Let's see, if we take a look at the net worth, Drow Ranger is leading it. She's doing very well. Then it's the Storm Spirit, then the Shadow Fiend, then the Gyro. So it's fairly even overall. Only 700 difference between the top two. And we're gonna see. I think the physical damage in the Drow is gonna scale a little bit better. She does very well in the later portion of the game, but Storm Spirit's going for. Why can't I think of it? A Yule Scepter in order to break out of the Silence from Drow. I think that's probably a very good call. He's actually riding like a ninja down here. He should be alright though. But if he continues to try and farm up, he's almost got that BKB. Drow Rangers has got hers as well. They ping it out. Not sure what they were pinging, but I'm gonna head towards the Roshan pit. They should be able to sneak this pretty quick, and to get the one frost out just for this little bit of a slow. Now it's the Shadow Fiend. Storm Spirit might come over and check this. He's got the Remnant if he needs to, but this Roshan is dropping so quick. They're gonna pop the Zeus ulti, and Deja Vu drops very low. Storm Spirit's there. He could go for the zip if he wants to. He's gonna go for it. Unfortunately, he doesn't zip all the way in. He only zips to the high ground. I'm just gonna watch from there. And I think that's gonna be all she wrote. BKB now up on the Drow Ranger. This is when she's hitting one of her peaks. She peaks right now when she's got the BKB Mask of Madness Aegis. And then later in the game when she's got maybe a Manta style, Butterfly, Satanic, Scotty, you know, whatever, like maybe a Daedalus instead of the Scotty, like whatever she chooses to go for is when she's at the peak, when she's fully 6-slotted. But right now she's definitely stronger than the Gyro, who, poor guy's only got an S and Y and a set of drums. She's got a DD bottled, so a decent amount of damage if they take a fight where he's got that up. But right now I think Drow Ranger's going to be very happy with where she's at. They need to push though and force the issue. Make use of her strengths and the Aegis that they just took. So get some objectives out of that. And it looks like they should be able to. They've got the Phoenix, egg level 2, so it takes 5 hits to bring down. And Drow's gonna just quickly bring down this tower. They pop the fort for it. Shadow Fiend's got his BKB as well. Just arriving with him, so they've got 2 10-second BKBs and an Aegis. This is a scary time to fight if you're BursterO. You do not want to lose a fight, because even this early on, if they lose a fight here, they lose 3 or 4 with no buyback. They can go ahead and take a fight into their base now. They can go look to push those Raxes down, get an early Rax advantage, and it'll be very tough to deal with. The haste from bottom. So I'm curious if they want to get that and maybe go for something else, or are they just going to loop around and look to push mid now? Night Stalker does pick up an Ags though. Haven't really been keeping an eye on his item progression so far, but he does manage to find one 25 minutes into the game, so doing pretty well for himself. And this is going to provide them a lot of the vision they need to take fights at night or under the cover of his darkness. So we'll see if that's what they want to do, but I'd like to see ZL push again. Like, don't just sit back and farm. I think you've got the Sages, you've got 2 10-second BKBs. Don't let BursterO get any sort of items to help counter your BKBs or anything like that, or just more damage or survivability or anything like that. I think just keep forcing the issue like this. Guys, I believe they're ahead on net worth. Yeah, they've got a substantial lead, almost 7,500, just over 2,000 experience, so that's not that high, but I think they can look to take these fights. Maybe they want to go for the outer towers. Maybe they're just waiting.
Right now.
Okay, Drow's got the Y to her, or sorry, the S to her Y coming out. So no, maybe now that she's got that finished up, they'll look to go. We'll see if she wants to break that down into like a Manta style Silver Edge or something like that late. I don't know if that's how that goes as far as item progression. Maybe she doesn't want the Shadow Blade, maybe she does. But I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd be a decent item. She does so much damage as it is just with her marksmanship. See, they got 2 minutes left on the Aegis, so that's plenty of time to maybe force the fight, force an engagement at this top tower, or the Radiant the Dire. They're just gonna have to sacrifice their tier 2. They gotta be careful though, because they're probably gonna take this tier 2. They're gonna take it very quickly. The fort's already on cooldown for another 2 minutes here, 2.5 minutes, and they can just keep going. They barely got this tier 1. In fact, there's Radiant Glyph looks like it was just forced out, so if they take that tier 1, they'll have another one. in a moment here, but their high ground's getting pressured now. They're gonna start keeping back. Drow still got the Aegis for probably another minute and a half, and we'll see how they want to do this. Stormspirit's actually gonna zip in onto her, but this is what they want. They want to use the Aegis. They want to force it out. They've got the call down coming. Drow Ranger's gonna get a silence off right as she yules. The finger comes out, does pop the Aegis. Shadow Fiend gets off a nice Requiem. Does a decent amount of damage, but nothing too substantial. His BKB was used. We'll see if they want, and either team wants to re-engage off this. They did quite a bit of damage though to this tier 3. They got it down to 400 some health, and all they used was an Aegis and a BKB charge. I think that's alright. They're gonna all Rainbow TP out. Power Rangers move out, and they're gonna back off here. So continue farming up. A lot more calculated coming out from ZL here. And I think if they had maybe gotten a kill with a Requiem, or Storm Spirit had already used his Yules and then got silenced, if they had gotten one kill there, I think they continue fighting, but they didn't want to force it. They didn't want to risk giving up their advantage again. And there's Drow Ranger. What are you doing here? Oh, Storm Spirit's actually going to go for the long range zip onto the Phoenix. Is he going to be able to get off? No, he's not. Supernova not able to come out. Now Lion. He blinks forward, he gets the Hex, or sorry, Earthspike onto the Axe, he is going to go down. They'll probably already also be able to bring down this Witch Doctor. Maybe BursterO playing very calculated themselves. They're going to get a triple kill. Earthspike comes up from line again, connecting. But now they're the ones who are going to push. They've got the Drow Ranger and the Shadow Fiend up and running. Roche is going to respawn here in 3:30. And a nice set of pickoffs, but it doesn't look like it's going to lead into any objectives. Well, Haste bottled up on the Storm Spirit, so he can pop that if he wants to. Maybe look to make a play on the Drow Ranger when she shows herself. We'll see. He's gonna pop the Haste, and he is gonna go. He's gonna go for that long range zip. He gets the pull off. The Zeus ulti comes through as well. Another zip. He's gonna pop the BKB, and now she's gonna look to turn. She gets the silence off, doing a fair bit of damage, but she's not gonna be able to stay alive. Axe almost gets there in time, unfortunately not quite. And now he's gonna look to go. He needs a couple more Helixes to bring down the Storm Spirit. Phoenix is gonna go through. He's gonna get Yules up. Storm Spirit is still gone. His Haste Rune. Coconut's gonna fly through. It's actually gonna bounce once, but it's not gonna follow up. Drow Ranger doing her best. They're unable to stay alive even with the BKB on, and just wasn't getting that bonus damage she needed from the marksmanship. Storm Spirit was a little bit too close for comfort. And another couple picks going their way, so there's going to be some heavy swings going in favor of the Dire. As you can see, the charts are going to be showing that exactly. Deja Vu going to creeps, but he's got an ulti orb. I imagine he's going for a Scotty, I guess, but a little bit curious as to how long that's going to take him, and I'm a little bit worried, honestly. I think, like, as strong as they were looking when they had that Aegis, as soon as they lost it, everything turned against them. They promptly lost 3 heroes, then took another small engagement, lost 2 more, and it's just honestly kind of downhill for them since then. Night Stalker, he's got that Ags up and running, so he knows where they're at. Axe thinking about blinking forward maybe, but not going to be the case. Lion's sitting a little bit far back here. He's got to be careful. Either way, we'll see. Shadow Fiend, maybe thinking about going on the gyrocopter, but not something he wanted. She's already got that BKB. See if he wants to go. Axe is going to blink forward. Gets a Battle Hunger off on the Axe. He's got a call here in a moment. Night Stalker is going to be coming in, though. Gets the silence off. Unfortunately, the Gust not going to connect. Now Axe can get forced back. Earthspike did connect onto the Drow Ranger. So far, not wanting to commit. Resto, they don't have the Gyro. They don't have their Storm. But speaking of Storm, he is coming in. They're going to get a Zeus ulti, a pull onto the Phoenix. He's going to go down again. This is the 3rd fight he's not been able to get off his ulti. Shadow Fiend, unfortunately, is actually getting dodged. Storm Spirit zipping through. Witch Doctor is going to start channeling his ulti, but it's not going to be enough. And Doctor from the backside is going to do some serious work to him. Action coming with the call, but it's Gyrocopter coming in with the call down. He's going to get silenced up. They get the kill on the Night Stalker, but I guess they got the Lion as well. Maybe they're able to turn this around and do some decent amount of damage. Storm Spirit zipping back in, gonna look for the Drow Ranger. He's gonna be able to get him. The Coconut's coming through though. He's gonna bounce, gonna hold him down. The Death Mark comes through Shadow Fiend, bringing down the Storm Spirit. Now it's Show. He's gonna be brought down by the Rocket Bros, make that a double kill and an unstoppable streak for the Gyrocopter. So very bloody engagement coming out. Let's see what the tail of the tape is. Got 8,500 experience going the way of the Dire, just shy of 6k going the way of the Radiant, but a net worth gain of about just shy of 2k going the way of the Dire. Everybody dropping for the Radiant side, so they might lose their tier 2 here, but at least it could be a lot worse, unfortunately. Well, fortunately. Could be
Trouble
worse, but
brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Gyrocopter should be able to bring it down. I don't sense any TPs coming through. Phoenix bought a BKB though. That's not something you usually want to see. It means he's going to have to pop that in order to get off his Supernova. And so he's going to have to BKB Icarus Dive, get off the Fire Spirits as best he can, then pop that Supernova. Very unfortunate there. Not something you generally want to see, but I guess he needs at this fight. There's just so much control coming out in burst damage. Storm Spirit, he's actually... he's got the Euls now, he's got a Mystic Successor. Probably looking for a Hex, I would imagine. It's on the courier. Oh, no, it's going to be a Shiva's Guard. Okay, so getting some more protection from the Drow Ranger and the Shadow Fiends. A little bit of extra armor, buff him up. A little bit of, I guess, burst damage. Also, it'll make up for the lack of vision with Ball Lightning now. So you can pop the Shivas, then zip in, and the Shiva's vision will follow you. So that should help out a little bit. Either way. Shadow Fiend again, just trying to. Well, I guess he's actually fairly close to that Scotty, so he's about 1,500 gold out. I guess he's only about 1,000 gold out now, but.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Just shy of 1570 or 1475, I guess, for the last two components. So he's going to be there fairly soon. Once he's got that, maybe he'll have enough health to survive. He'll also do a little bit more damage. He actually hits pretty hard already. He's getting almost a full, or just over a full relic from the Drow Ranger as long as she's alive, providing that bonus. And the Dire, they're going to go ahead and grab Roshan. Not something that was too terribly difficult for them to take. They've got the map control right now. They've got the advantage significantly, and they're going to get the Aegis to the Storm. And if they were having a hard time bringing him down once, they're going to have a hell of a time bringing him down twice. He's got the Euls to get out of the silence. They don't have a whole lot of hard lockdown other than Call and Coconut if they're lucky. But he can zip away even if he's just left alone for a moment after the Coconut. Gyrocopter with the BKB is pretty strong right now as well. Black Cannon doing some work. And he's got something on the courier. He's actually got an Eagle Song coming out. He's going to be hitting very hard here. Once he's got the Eagle Song, that evasion is going to make it hell. Drow Ranger actually has a decent amount of gold, so maybe if they spot out the Eagle Song, she'll be able to go for that MKB fairly quickly, and she'll be able to do a lot of work there, but a little bit unfortunate that she can't go for the butterfly first and get that extra little bit of evasion. Shadow Fiend, he's 500 gold out. Once he's got that, he'll be well on his way. Shadow Fiend and Axe getting pinged out here by the Zeus. Are they thinking of going? Also haven't looked at Zeus. He's kind of gone for an interesting set of items here. Lots of utility with him. He's got the Glimmer Cape and the Force Staff coming out. Structure is actually going to... Oh, no, I thought he was zipping onto a hero. My bad. Axe actually picks up a BKB of his own now, so lots of BKBs coming out. How many do we have in this game? We've got 4 on the Radiant and 1 on the Dire. But at the same time, now unfortunately I cannot remember who it is that says this every now and then, but game-losing BKBs. You do not want to need a BKB on a Phoenix. You want to be able to go for like a Blink Dagger, a Euls, or sorry, an Eidos, like things like that. BKB is not an item you want to have to buy. Axe is a little bit more reasonable. It's going to prevent a lot of magical damage coming his way, but I guess he doesn't have a blade mail to reflect anything, so that's alright. Shadow Fiend does finish up his Scotty, so he's going to be hitting a little bit harder as well as have that slow coming out. Both portions. Storm Spirit is sitting up front, very ballsy with that Aegis. Going to pop Darkness, and Night is going to start running around. They don't have a gem, otherwise they know that they're in full vision. The Radiant, they're pinging out the Drow Ranger all the way up top. Not sure if they're going to want to go for that, but either way. They're going to put, who is it that? That is a Solar Crest up on the Night Stalker, so now the Gyrocopter even harder to bring down. On top of having that full butterfly completed whenever he wants it. Solar Crest up on the, anyways, oh, Structure is going to zip in onto that poor little Shadow Fiend. He's going to go down. He doesn't even have any buyback. Drow Ranger is forced to cancel our BKB. Push, go for the racks. You might as well try and go for the racks. Trust your teams that they can defend a little bit here. Maybe try and force them back if they can. They've got the Phoenix. They can get a Supernova off if they need to. It'll be a little bit risky here. She gets to tier 3. Now it's just a Zeus back there. We've got to be a little bit careful here. They might end up trading racks. There's going to be a BKB coming up from the Phoenix. The Witch Doctor is going to go down. He's got the supernova, he's gonna pop it, but there's no way he survives this. Axes into the call, but it's a little bit too late. He might be able to get one. No, Stormspirit's gonna be able to get his Yule Scepter off. He's gonna have to zip out though. Unfortunately, Drow Ranger cancels her TP and ends up dying. She had buyback, but didn't. Oh, I think she should. Maybe she should have. She either should have finished that TP or committed to that Rax. I think she would have been able to force them back or at least trade. But she panics a little bit there and decides not to go for it. And I shouldn't say that she panics a little bit. She makes a call. She sticks with it. But it was a little bit unfortunate there. Hopefully she's not kicking herself too hard for it, but I don't think that there's a whole lot she could have done. Either way, they're going to get double raxed here. They might call the GG off this just based on how the game's going so far, and I'm sure it's a steep net worth lead for the Dire as well. And even though the Radiant were ahead for so long, it never felt like they were in control of the game. It felt like they were getting lucky with fights almost, and that the Dire were just going to be coming out ahead. I don't know, it's just... There were just so many fights where they couldn't bring down the Storm Spirit or the Gyrocopter or different things like that, or the Lion would get, sneak away with a sliver of health, and Ice Doctor also. And they just couldn't finish out some of these key heroes that they needed to. Storm Spirit, he's got 14 Bloodstone charges and just picked up a full Ord kit now. So he can zip for days on days if he needs to. As well as the Night Stalker has a Blink Dagger now, Solar Crest, and an Ag Scepter. So he's got a lot of utility going his way. See if that's the case. Drow Ranger, she's got an Eagle Song, and at this point you might as well buy the other components of it. I don't think being able to buy back is going to save you anything at this point. I guess they've got a tier 2 up still. It's not quite full on Divine Rapier push territory kind of thing, but it is certainly unfortunate. And he just got bursted down so quickly. He wasn't able to get off his BKB that fight. At least not that I saw. He might have got it off at the last second, but he died so quick that it was very unfortunate indeed. Storm Spirit's Aegis has expired just now, so we'll see if they want to go. Night Stalker's actually going to go on the Drow with the help of the Lion. They're going to get the finger off, and they're going to look to go for it. BKB popped by the Axe. I guess his Blink Dagger might have been cancelled though by the Zeus ulti. Very unfortunate indeed though. That's his 9-second BKB going down the drain. And now Lion has a an Axe upgrade for his Finger of Death. That's going to be very unfortunate. If they're clumped up at all, he clips 2 people with that, it's going to be devastating. Not to mention just having it on that 20-second cooldown, being able to throw it out multiple times in a fight. He should have enough mana for it. He'll have enough mana for one for sure, and then if he can mana drain something in the middle of the fight or between fights, he'll be able to get it up very quickly. Storm Spirit and Gyrocopter is going to bring down this top tier 2 though. And now the creeps pushing in down their Drow Ranger. That's a lot of the damage on the Shadow Fiend, and a lot of help with the push right now. Coming out. Night Stalker's going to pop his ulti. Gyrocopter's going to just run up to the high ground though. He pops his phase boost. He's got a BKB. He's going to pop it. Calldown's coming out. Phoenix is dropping very quick. Not able to get the Supernova off. Drow Ranger's got a buyback, but not even going to get it off. RP gets off a Requiem, but it's not doing a whole lot. Keeping him alive, I guess, for now. Now the Drow Ranger buys back. Pops your BKB. Maybe a little bit of tilt coming out there, but Phoenix should have had enough time to get off his Ag, but oh well. Nonetheless, the game going, not surprisingly, the way of the at this point. And they're going to take the 2-game set, 2-0. Very strong performance coming from those guys. And a very early morning for me. I normally don't cast this morning. Sorry for all the yawns if I was putting anyone to sleep or anything like that. Hope I wasn't. But nonetheless, thank you very much for everybody who tuned in. A couple of you on Twitch, and I'm sure there's a couple of you watching underneath the, or hopefully listening in while watching the game under the ticket. But nonetheless, I appreciate all the support. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch if you want. It's all under @WulfDota, WULF Dota. And other than that, thank you very much. I'm going to be back a little bit later today with some JoinDOTA European action. But have a good day.